Everyone wants the discipline to wake up early. I mean, if you're up at 5:30 a.m., that gives you a solid 2.5 hours to yourself before 8 a.m. when school or work kicks in. Some people say waking up early doesn't really matter, because if you sleep in, you'll still have the same amount of free time later in the day. But the thing is, when you get home from school or work and have one big chunk of time, it's easy to waste a lot of it. On the other hand, if you get a few hours in the morning while you still have loads of energy, and then a couple of hours more in the evening, it'll be way easier to be productive since you only have to focus for a couple of hours at a time. And a bonus effect of waking up early is that you will basically feel like you're David Goggins.
Stay hard!
But I think we've all lived through the Canon event, where you're super motivated the night before, ready to wake up early and turn your life around. Then the alarm goes off in the morning, and getting out of bed feels like mission impossible. But luckily, it doesn't have to be that hard. It's actually pretty easy. The problem is that most advice on the internet is just unrealistic to follow. For example, taking a warm shower every evening, even though most of us only shower in the morning. Or meditating for 30 minutes every evening, even though most of us haven't meditated in 3 years. Or waking up every day at the same time after spending a night out. Do you really think you can suddenly do all of that? No. You are not suddenly going to have the willpower and motivation to follow the most optimized sleep plan for the rest of your life, including 14 things you've never even done before. So instead, I made a plan where you can gradually level up, because going from doing nothing to doing everything is not really a sustainable plan. The first level is simply waking up earlier. If you're aiming for something like 5:30 a.m., don't make the mistake most people make by jumping straight from 7 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. That will be way too hard to do every day. You have to make a gradual transition if you want it to actually stick. One way to do that is by waking up 15 minutes earlier each week. That means you can go from 7 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. in just 6 weeks, which really isn't much in the grand scheme of things. Now you have to remember that waking up earlier of course goes hand in hand with going to bed earlier. And you can simply take the same gradual approach there by going to bed 15 minutes earlier every week. Now, some might say that they don't have time to go to bed early, but first of all, you'll have the same time just in the morning. Second, take a look at your screen time. Level 2. Make sure your alarm is not an option. If you're waking up early just to snooze the whole morning away, then what's the point? Therefore, make sure that you have to get up when your alarm rings. You can do this by putting your alarm at the other side of the room and choosing the worst alarm you can find. You can also pair it with your lights so they turn on automatically when the alarm goes off. Level 3. Aligning your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is your internal clock, and if it's not aligned, you will be fighting a battle every single morning to get up. To align it, simply make sure you get sunlight in the morning and wind down before bed. This is where you want to avoid all the noise online. Just keep simple habits that you can stick to. And that's it for the advice that I think can make the biggest impact. Good luck.